Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Very quickly, we're going to review the scripting of Week 4 of the NFL season, and we're going to preview Monday Night Football, the New York Giants traveling to the Minnesota Vikings. I put out a video yesterday early in the day saying look out for the 13 ritual this week. After the Week 4 games, exactly 13 NFL teams are 1-3. 1-3, a lot like 13. As I've been saying, this NFL season appears to be scripted for Eli Manning, who is in his 13th season. It ends with Super Bowl LI. Look at this. In the AFC East, the Jets and Dolphins, 1-3. That's 2 teams. In the AFC South, 3 teams are 1-3. A total of 5 teams are 1-3 thus far. In the AFC West, the Chargers, I said last week that Drew Brees was going to defeat the Chargers, making them 1-3, making his team 1-3. I saw this 13 ritual coming by the numbers. So far we've uncovered 6 teams that are 1-3. In the NFC North, 2 more 1-3 teams, the Bears and Lions. That brings us to 8. In the NFC South, 3 more. That's 11. 11 at 1-3. And then in the NFC West, the 49ers and Cardinals, making 13 teams 1-3. Again, if you bet this way yesterday, the advice I gave early, you got 11 of your 12 picks right on Sunday because they all went with this pattern, teams finishing 1-3, 3-1. Tonight's game, Monday Night Football, if the Giants win, 11 teams will be 3-1. 11 teams will be 3-1. Of course, Eli in his 13th season plays for the Giants. The thing about 3-1 is it's a lot like the number 31. 31's the 11th prime. It seems it would make a bit of sense for 11 teams to be 3-1 with the ritual. 13 teams at 1-3, 11 teams at 3-1. That said, I'm not sure because I found a major narrative for why the Vikings could win tonight as well. No matter what happens, I think we're going to see the Giants and Vikings in the NFC Championship this year. I've been talking about that since February of this year, since the close of the Super Bowl where Peyton Manning won. The last time Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl, Eli won the year after. Let's now review all the games from yesterday, Sunday. In the Broncos game, the defending champions, their quarterback was number 13. Week 1, I said why the Broncos would defeat the Panthers, how the day was all lined up for number 13, Trevor Siemian. Look at this. Trevor Siemian goes out number 13 in the day of 13 rituals, and in comes the first-round draft pick for the Broncos, who was born February 12, 1994, exactly 233 days earlier. And what 233 is the 13th Fibonacci number. If you don't know the Fibonacci sequence, they call it God's spiral, the mathematical spiral, the shape of the galaxy, the shape of a leaf, the shape of your palm print. It's the ratio that's formed after you take the numerical pattern where you go 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 plus 8 is 21. 21 plus 13 is 34. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm adding the last number. 21 plus 34 is 55. 34 plus 55 is 89. That's the 11th Fibonacci number. 55 plus 89 is 144. That's the 12th Fibonacci number. The square root of 144 is also 12. Interesting. The next one is 89 plus 144 equals 233, the 13th Fibonacci number. How about that for your 13 ritual? Fake injury, rigged scripted injury. You know, the quarterback really did get thrown down. And that might really be what's going on here. Sometimes these QBs have to take a scripted play and get hit really hard to sell the injury. Sometimes they might even really get hurt. But you know what? They're getting paid millions of dollars. And I'm sure a lot of you would take a busted shoulder for the contracts these guys make. How many of you are busting your body, working day and night for 30, 40, 50,000 a year, you know? One busted shoulder for a few million, 100 million. You know, some of these guys are making hundreds of millions. Those of you going, they would never do this. I mean, you obviously can't do math. I'm here to help you out. So, I was looking for the Jags and Colts to, the upset. Jags over the Colts. I was looking for this 13 ritual. I saw how both of their records would go 1-3. Blake Bortles, the quarterback of the Jags, his name equals 41, the 13th prime. Again, USA equals 41. 41's the 13th prime number, 13 colonies, 13 stripes on the flag, 13 years of public school programming. Last year in Week 4, Andrew Luck missed his first NFL game as a pro, supposedly due to an injury. It was a hoax. It was all scripted. Think about it. Andrew Luck, do you know what happened that game against the Jags? It went to overtime, 13-13. Matt Hasselbeck was playing. The Colts won in overtime. 13-13, Luck, 13 unlucky. This year, Week 4, they play in Wembley Stadium, where the Giants will play October 23rd. And what have I been saying since February? I expect the Super Bowl to be Colts, Giants, if not Giants, possibly Colts, Vikings. And I still like the Colts to represent in the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's all scripted. It's all about betting. You know, if you want to bet on the Colts winning the AFC Championship, I think you'll make some money on that bet. If they get knocked out this year, watch, they're going to get knocked out in the playoffs by the Patriots in a rematch of Deflategate. But really what I think is going to happen is the Colts are going to upset the Patriots in the playoffs. It's going to be deja vu of the 2001 season where the Patriots began 1-3, won the Super Bowl. Do you know who they got their first win over? The Colts, winning with 44 points. This year the Super Bowl is on a date with 44 numerology. The year after that season, Johnny Unitas died on September 11th, 2002, the former Colts quarterback. Think about how the Patriots emerged out of nowhere after 9/11 and the Patriot Act. Very clear how sports have always been scripted by the numbers. So also in the AFC South, the Titans lost, Texans won. I said this in the video I did in the morning. I said look for it to finish this way. Look for the 1-3, 3-1 records. And lo and behold, 13 1-3 teams by day's end. I also talked about the significance of 47. The Houston Texans are hosting Super Bowl 51. Houston Texans equals 51. Conspiracy 51. This will also be the 47th Super Bowl of the modern era. The first Super Bowl in the 47th season. Super Bowl 47 had the 33-minute blackout. Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, now Baltimore Colts, Indianapolis Colts, Colts from Baltimore. Also, 49ers Ravens was the matchup for Super Bowl 47. Think about San Francisco, New York Giants, San Francisco Giants. I think this year we really might see Giants and Colts. I think we've been clued in a lot of ways. Anyhow, Hank Stram founded the original Texans team. He died July 4th, 4/7. Lots of tributes to 33 and 47, often with the Texans, as well as many other NFL teams. The only game that didn't go in favor of the 1-3, 3-1 pattern was this one, the Redskins and the Browns. The only one. 11 of 12 games in the day yesterday went for the 1-3, 3-1 pattern. The only one that didn't, the Browns. The Browns are the birthplace of football. Notice the Redskins did win with 31 points, though. 31 plus 20 equals 51. We're in the season of Super Bowl 51. Federal equals 51. Conspiracy 51. Think about Area 51. Houston also has that gematria of 31, by the way. Houston equals 31 the small way, the reflection of 13. So the Seahawks, I said look for Pete Carroll to pick up his 96th win against the Jets. Freemason 96, special number. Freemasons created American football. Rex Ryan, the former coach of the Jets, coached 96 games with him. Pete Carroll, the coach of the Seahawks, began his NFL coaching career with the Jets. Lots of trades with the Jets and Seahawks in the time of Pete Carroll. Picks up his 96th win against his original team. No surprises there. He did it in the year 2016. 16 also has that gematria of 96. Seahawks has gematria of 24, 33, 42, 51. Seahawks won the Super Bowl in the Giants Stadium, which is supposed to be New York City, but really it's in New Jersey. New Jersey and New York hosted the Super Bowl. NYC 42, Freemason 42, Washington, the 42nd state. Seattle's from Washington State. George Washington, who the state's named after, 33rd degree Master Mason. Seahawks played on a date with 33 numerology. Anyway, the divisors of 42 sum to 96. Freemason, the small way, 42. The big way, 96. Pete Carroll in the 42nd state, picking up his 96th win in NYC. You see what I'm saying? So here, the Bills became the first team to shut out the Patriots since week 13 of 1993. Week 13, 1993, the first time the Patriots shut out at home. 13 ritual, 13 the big number. Hold on, I got something else down here to show you. Where's it at? I guess I wrote a lot about this one. Also, the last time the Bills shut out the Patriots was 1960, 13-0. Another 13. With regards to 93 being the year the last time it happened, remember, 93 and 226 often get paired together. The week prior, the Patriots shut out, or did they shut them out? They blew out the Texans. They might have shut them out. Bill Belichick got his 226th win 22 weeks and 6 days after his birthday. The Texans came in with 226 games played as a franchise, and Jacoby Brissett was the first rookie QB to start for the Patriots since 93. 226 equals 93 in Gematria. Their numbers often paired together. 2 weeks in a row, 226 and 93 tributes for the Patriots. And as I pointed out on Thursday Night Football, I said the Bengals would win because they also had the 226-93 tribute going for them. Tom Brady is going to come back next week to play against the Cleveland Browns, Bill Belichick's first team he coached for. Belichick's going to get his 227th win, I guarantee you, against the Browns. 227, the number having to do with cycles and circles, our pi number. The reason Cincinnati won 22-7 over the Dolphins. Bill Belichick, if there's any team that's going to upset the Colts in the AFC for the Super Bowl, it's going to be the Patriots. Bill Belichick equals 97. It's the 97th season of the NFL. There very well could be a narrative for a rematch of Patriots and Giants. 97 is the 25th prime number. Giants equals 25. The game next week in Cleveland is going to be on 10-9. Looking something like 109, the 29th prime. Ohio equals 29. Football 29. Bill Belichick's going to get his 227th win. 22 plus 7, 29. Remember? Thursday Night Football. Tom Brady comes in with 223 games under the belt. Remember, Bill Belichick started the season with 223 wins. I said why the Patriots were going to upset the Cardinals as 10-point underdogs. Deflategate equals 41. So does Super Bowl. This was a conspiracy mainstream story that came out of the AFC Championship having to do with advancing to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady's going to go 4-1 for the Patriots this year in the Deflategate tribute. Just watch. Bill Belichick's going to pick up his 227th win. Look out, Tyrod Taylor had 39 passing attempts. New York, 39. Tom Brady's 39 right now. New York, everything 39. Super Bowl 51, all coded out with 39. Every New York Super Bowl ever won's been a tribute to the number 39. So Panthers-Falcons, down on the 33rd parallel. The Panthers went down with 33 points, the number of Freemason obsession and sacrifice. Falcons won with 48. Look at this. Matt Ryan had 503 passing yards, right? 503 is the 96th prime. Matty Ice equals 96, like Freemason. I'm from Portland, Oregon, home of the 503 area code. That's how I caught that one many months ago. A week before, Matty Ice won on Monday Night Football, the day leaving 96 days left in the year. He got his 77th win. The Falcons game over the Saints summed to 77 points. Earlier in the day, a former Falcons player died at age 77. See why the Panthers went down with 33 in Atlanta. A plus T plus L, 1 plus 20 plus 12. ATL, the abbreviation for Atlanta, also 33. Atlantis in Gematria sums to 33. Atlanta named after Atlantis. The last time these teams played, the Falcons upset the Panthers. Their only loss last season. 33 points in Atlanta as well. You see how they do it? Always tributes to the same number. The Raiders, they went into Baltimore and they won 28-27. I didn't do a lot of research on this one, but you know why it happened. It was this 3-1-1-3 ritual. You just had to look at the records. That's what I said early morning in the video. I said, follow that pattern, you're going to be happy. Lions and Bears, 1-3, 1-3, sum of 31 points. Chicago going to lose to Indianapolis next week in the ritual by the numbers. The Rams defeated the Cardinals at home. This is an upset. Look at this. Los Angeles equals 37. When you write out 30, the sum of points in the game. When you write out 30, it sums to 37. When you write out 17, it sums to 37. How many points the Rams won with? Remember, Rams in Gematria sums to 51. It's the year of Super Bowl 51. They returned to Los Angeles, the Coliseum, which equals 97 for the 97th season of the league. LA also equals 13. LA in the 13-week ritual, not hard to see why they won. LA, the small way, sums to 4. It was week 4. We'll have to pay attention as the years go on. Will the LA Rams be a winning team in week 4? I bet you they are. Saints and Chargers, I mean, what a joke. Did you see the way the game ended? Just stupid fumbles, stupid plays, bad snaps. I had somebody bitching me out in my comments yesterday. They were writing, Zach, you said that the Saints were going to win. I told everybody I look like a fool. I bet big on this game. I'm so mad. Wah. And when they were doing all this whining and complaining, there was still a whole fourth quarter left. And I just said, chill out. The game's not over. Look what happened. Saints won. That person apologized. For those of you who get so upset when you gamble and lose, that's how you know that gambling's not for you. Gambling is not for people who cannot handle losing. You know? And if you take somebody else's advice and they're wrong, you can't bitch at them. It's your fault for taking their advice. This is not a gambling site. This is a site to wake up grown men, to understand that sports are rigged, they're not worth your time. Money, some of you are trying to get ahead with money. I know we're all slaves to money, but realize you're never going to get ahead in the money world. The money world is run by the same gang that rigs the sports. They control the strings. I'm trying to wake you guys up so we can become an army and put these people to rest forever. Remember the week before this, the Saints lost by 13. The Falcons scored 45 points. When you write out 13, it sums to 45. When you write out Drew Brees, it sums to 45. When you write out New Orleans, it sums to 45. Drew Brees played for the Chargers to start his career. I said he was going to go there and make the record 1-3. And do you see these players? These players are the worst, pretending to be spiritual and thanking God. They're so fake. Did you see Phillip Rivers do the Hail Mary right before the bad snap? It's just such a joke. They do this because it's acting. It makes the fans say, oh yeah, they're really into it. They're praying they're going to win. You know, the Saints players on the sideline going, thank you, God. You can make out their mouths. It's such a sick joke. These guys know the games are rigged. They're just taking you for your money and your time. They like being famous and millionaires at your expense. If you missed my work on this, there's more to it too. This was exactly a perfect span of days with the death of Will Smith, the Saint in the offseason. Drew Brees, the big way, sums to 99, just like 13, the big way. San Diego Chargers, the small way, sums to 99. All of this lined up for the Saints to win this game. That's how I knew they were going to win it. I was confident about it. That's why the guy was so mad at me when they were down 2 touchdowns at the beginning of the fourth quarter. But again, just chill out. Let the games finish. Cowboys 49ers, 24-17, huh? When you write out 24, it sums to 50. Just like when you write out San Francisco, it sums to 50. 49ers, winners of Super Bowl 24. They might have advanced over the Cowboys in that NFC Championship that year. Notice the sum of 41 points. 41's the 13th prime. Dallas equals 13. You know, Dallas wins it in the 13 ritual. Broncos Buccaneers got delayed. We talked about this. Number 13 going out. The rookie replacing him by the 13 code, by the 13th Fibonacci number. Trevor Siemian got hurt 85 days before his birthday, or a total span of 86 days. National Football League equals 85. Broncos equals 86. How many passing yards did he have on the game? He had 68 passing yards. What's Denver equal? Denver equals 68. Denver Broncos equals the same thing as Levi's Stadium where they won the Super Bowl last year, something I called in October. So now we're already getting long in the tooth. Let's get on with the Monday Night Football preview. Here's what's up. This is going to be the 15th game of Week 4 because 2 teams are on a bye. There'd normally be 16 games in a week, but the Eagles and Packers didn't play, so there were just 15 games. The 15th game is coming in Minnesota at the new U.S. Bank Stadium. Right now, home teams are 7-7 for the week. 15 sums to 38. US Bank Stadium sums to 38. Minnesota sums to 38. Always an interesting number. If you missed my videos on the death of Prince, how I predicted his death in February before he died, I've shown a lot about his death since and how it's been synced up with this Minnesota Vikings season, the opening of the stadium, a lot of ritualistic stuff going on here. Week 1, home teams went 7-9. They had a losing record. This is the year of the 97th season of the NFL. 97. In week 2, home teams went 9-7. In week 3, home teams went 9-7. You know what I should have checked? I know that in week 2 and week 3, the home team lost on Monday Night Football. I cannot remember what Monday Night Football was in week 1 for the life of me. I'm not sure if the home or away team lost. That would have been something to check, but it just came into my head. I guess we can do it together real quick. Let's do it. Let's take the time. This could be relevant. Maybe we'll see that the home team is lost every week. That might give us a clue. Let's see. Monday Night Football, September 12th. 2016 box score. I'm pretty sure that's what day it was. September 12th. Let's see what happened. Bear with me, truth seeker. Okay, that's right. So Steelers defeated the Redskins. 49ers shut out the Rams. 49ers were at home. Steelers were away. So that means home teams this season on Monday Night Football have 1 win in 3 losses. 1-3, like 13 in this Big 13 ritual. So it's either going to be 1-4 after tonight or 2-3. Yeah, go back and check all my videos and blog posts because I've done them on all this. It's just so much information, even I forget things. But anyway, home teams are 1-3 coming in tonight into the Big 13 ritual. So here's what I checked. So far this season, home teams are 32-30, right? Minnesota's hosting tonight. If they win, it's going to be the 33rd home win of the season. And Monday Night Football is all about 33. MNF equals 33. Gruden equals 33. There'll be all sorts of 33 tributes during the game if you pay attention with your eyeballs open. That is a strong narrative for the Vikings to win in itself. 33, the number on Monday Night Football. Will the Vikings win at home, getting their 33rd win? Or is this all about the 13 ritual for Eli Manning and him upsetting the Vikings in their house? The Vikings are 4.5-point favorites. Today's game, October 3rd, 2016, comes on a date with 13 numerology. Eli Manning's born on January 3rd, 1/3 or 3/1, depending on how you write it. Regarding that 4.5-point spread, when you write out 13, it sums to 45, a little something like 4.5. You know, fitting spread on the date with 13 numerology. Will we see a game right at about 45 points? Remains to be seen. Again, it's the 97th season of the NFL. 97 is the 25th prime. The first time the Minnesota Vikings ever played the Houston Oilers, the old Houston franchise, they played them on a date with 97 numerology, and they won with a game summing to 51 points. If the Vikings end up in this Super Bowl, it was scripted. The script is out there. Reading the script and finding out the exact outcome, it takes enough evidence, and I'm still trying to get to that point. I don't think I'm there yet, but the majority of the evidence I've seen lines up very well for the Giants and Eli Manning. Again, Giants equals 25. The Vikings won their first game this season with 25 points. 97th season. Eli Manning came into the season with 97 wins. He got his 98th to start. Eli Manning equals 98. The season began on 9/8, September 8th. The day after the season began, the oil pipeline broke in Alabama, the 13th, or it's not the 13th state, but Alabama in gematria equals 13. It broke on 9/9. The pipeline runs from Houston to New York City. The Super Bowl's in Houston. When you write out 13, it sums to 99. Eli Manning got his 99th win the weekend after the pipeline breaking. The stadium this year hosting the Super Bowl, NRG equals 39 like New York. Construction began March 9th. So anyway, Monday Night Football 16. So if the Vikings win tonight, they'll get their 16th win all time against the Giants and their 15th in the regular season. 16 connects him with the 33, and 15 connects him with Minnesota and the location of the stadium. Very interesting. Eli Manning is coming in with 197 total games played, going for his 108th win or 91st loss. If you count every number up to 13, it sums to 91. If Eli got his 91st loss, that would be it. He's also going for his 56th road win, and the reason that's interesting is because he's facing Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford equals 56. Notice he's sitting at 45 losses. Again, if you write out 13 the small way, it sums to 45. 13 the big way, 99. And real quick, for more clarity on that, what this 13 is all about is the history and foundation of this nation. On May 1st, 1776, a date with 99 numerology, the Bavarian Illuminati was established. Just before the American Revolution, they're credited with the French Revolution. May 1st, 5-1, the year of Super Bowl 51, a date with 99 numerology connecting to 13. This is what we're talking about. If the Giants go to the Super Bowl and win this year, they're going to be 5-1 in Super Bowls at the end of Super Bowl 51. And I hope you can appreciate why I'm having such a hard time calling this Monday night game, being aware of what I'm aware of. 2 years ago, I would have been confident that the Giants were going to win this game knowing what I knew. I know a lot more now 2 years later, and sometimes knowing too much make things more complicated. 2 years ago, this would have been an easy read. I would have been on here confidently telling you why the Giants were going to win tonight, how it was all about Eli. But now I realize in these rituals, it's not always hard to see, or it's not always easy to see who the winner's going to be. Sometimes there's some other contributing factors. Perhaps Eli has to be shamed tonight in Minnesota with a loss before he goes on and wins later in the season. Imagine if the Giants lose tonight and then they meet again in the playoffs and say the game's in Minnesota for the NFC Championship and the Giants come in and shock everybody and win. It very well could happen. With regards to Eli being at 197 games, that's the 45th prime number. 13 connects to 45. Isn't it amazing? He could get his 56th win tonight, Eli Manning, over Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford, the day he got traded to Minnesota, his old college team lost in the upset, 56 combined points. There was the 5.6 magnitude earthquake in Oklahoma, his old school. Sam Bradford, this is going to be his 66th game tonight. NFL equals 66, first Super Bowl in the 66th season. If you count every number 1 through 11, it totals 66. New York's the 11th state. He's going for his 28th win or his 38th loss. Could he get his 38th loss in Minnesota and US Bank Stadium? Very possible. He's also going for his 16th home win. And remember, the home win will give home teams their 33rd win this year for Monday Night Football. Eli Manning in the regular season, he has 99 regular season wins. When you write out 13, it sums to 99. If he doesn't win tonight, he's going to be stuck at 99, which would make a lot of sense in this 13 ritual. Again, the oil pipeline began to leak September 9th in Alabama, which equals 13. The day after the international news about the river turning red in Russia and everyone calling it Crimson Tide playing Alabama. This is how the New World Order, which is a Masonic Zionist world order, operates. These people are insane. They control your sports, your news, your government. Here's Eli, January 3rd, 1981 birthday. From tonight's game until his upcoming birthday is 92 days. The Giants are in their 92nd season. 9 plus 2, 11. The reason this doesn't mean for sure to me that the Giants are going to win is you saw what happened to me last week. Everything lined up so beautifully for the Saints. I thought that the Saints would likely beat the Falcons. I showed the narrative for Matty Ice, why if he won, Matty Ice 96 days left in the year, but so much lined up for the Saints, I said, I'll be really surprised if they lose this game. And I was surprised until I saw the sum of 77 and Matt Ryan's 77th win and the Falcons player dying at age 77 earlier in the day. Sometimes there's a lot of alignment and the team still doesn't get the win. So anyway, Eli Manning, 92 days from his birthday. Big game, Giants, Vikings. Since before the schedule was out, I was saying this is probably going to be your NFC Championship, and I'm standing by that. Doesn't matter who wins tonight. It's also a total span of 93 days. If you count the full span of days, it's 92 days later or a span of 93 days. That's interesting because Minneapolis, Minnesota is on the 93rd meridian, plus Minneapolis, Minnesota in gematria sums to 93. 39, 93, the biggest numbers in New York. New York, Minnesota, why they'll be fitting opponents for an NFC championship. Sam Bradford, his birthday, November 8th, 1987. That's election day this year. Minnesota, New York. I'll talk about the election angle here. Could be some coding. Last week's Monday Night Football was during the first debate. Washington's on the 77th meridian, game ending in 77 points. Anyway, to Sam Bradford's birthday is 36 days, or a total span of 37 days. The coach of the Giants, Ben McAdoo, his name equals 36. I'm not giving that too much weight, just documenting. Ben McAdoo, born July 9th, 1977, currently 39 years old, the big New York number. McAdoo equals 51 the big way, hired on a date with 51 numerology in the year of Super Bowl 51. His birth numerology, 112 like Houston the big way. Life lesson number 40 like Houston with the S exception. 93 like where tonight's game is, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Span of 93 days from Eli's birthday. He's also got that 16 connection connecting to 33 from Monday Night Football. From his birthday to tonight's game is 86 days. Symbol equals 86, triangle 86, pyramid 86. I'd say this is the biggest game of his NFL career as a coach so far, Challenging road opponent, Minnesota undefeated. If the Giants win tonight, they'll be 3-1, so will the Vikings. Tonight's game, it'll also be the 28th game between the Vikings and Giants. 28 and 33, the only two numbers that sum to 156. I bring that up because Mike Zimmer is born on the 156th day of the year. In the year 56, Sam Bradford 56, all that 56 stuff. The more I study this, the more I understand how the coaches and the quarterbacks are linked through numbers purposefully and the way all of this is rigged. The alignment from his birthday to tonight's game, 120 days. Illuminati, 120. Also a total span of 121 days, the number of Revelation. Today's date, also 49 numerology, Revelation 49 and 121. Revelation based on the 39 books of the Old Testament. It's going to be his 36th game tonight. Think about how he's facing Ben McAdoo. Ben McAdoo equals 36. He's either going to get his 22nd win or his 15th loss. Now the 15 works this way. Remember, 15, Minnesota, U.S. Bank Stadium. What's it going to be? Is he going to outdo Ben McAdoo or is Ben McAdoo going to outshine him? For the all-time Monday Night Football records, this will be the Giants' 58th Monday Night Football game. Interesting that when I began my prediction of an upcoming Super Bowl of Giants and Colts in February, I was talking about 58. It's been 58 years since the greatest game ever played. Greatest game ever played equals 99. That was between the Giants and Colts in 1958. It was also a rematch in 1959. So when 2017 rolls around, it'll still be 58 years later. Freemasonry equals 58. Secret Society, 58. Special number. Here's 13. Greatest game ever played in gematria. Giants on Monday Night Football. They could possibly get their 36th loss. Ben McAdoo, 36. Mike Zimmer's 36th game. They could also possibly get their 22nd win. Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. They come in with 56 games. They're going for their 57th. Now, here's something to think about. When you write out 57 as a word, it sums to the same thing as championship, the same thing as Super Bowl. Prince died this year at age 57, synced up with the opening of U.S. Bank Stadium. Denny Green had the 57 connection, ritually sacrificed the night before they opened the stadium. Go back and see all my older videos if you have not on these subjects. Lots of old material. Just search my name, Zachary K. Hubbard, Denny Green, Zachary K. Hubbard, Prince. The videos will come up. Anyhow, 57th game, big one against the Giants. Is it a tribute saying the Vikings are going to the Super Bowl? Is it a tribute that the Vikings are hosting next year's Super Bowl? Remember, Denny Green died 52 days before the Vikings opener against Tennessee. Tennessee equals 52. Prophecy 52. Minnesota hosting Super Bowl 52. The Vikings could also get their 31st loss tonight in the 13-31 ritual. So here's where I want to finish with the prediction. Minnesota sums to 110 like president. Minnesota has the quarterback that has the birthday for Election Day. If the Vikings win tonight, home teams will be 8-7 this week. Clinton equals 87, voting 87. Then again, even if the Vikings lose, home teams will be 7-8, which is the reflection of 87, which is pretty much synonymous. But I do find this interesting about how Monday Night Football falls with the win records and Sam Bradford and everything else I showed you. I recently showed how Hillary Clinton was endorsed by George H.W. Bush by the numbers 13 and 99. Hillary was endorsed 99 days after George H.W. Bush's birthday. Ted Cruz endorsed Trump 91 days from his birthday. When you sum 1 through 13, it totals 91. Down in the description, I'll link my video on Sunday Night Football. I did the preview calling the game perfectly, and then I put out this video showing why Antonio Brown wore the Arnold Palmer cleats. It was all a tribute to the death of Arnold Palmer, who's from the town that the Steelers practice in. In case you missed that video, very important, definitive proof of how the league is scripted, as if I haven't already shown enough. All right, truth seeker. Until